welcome to another pick a card reading. This one is a stay or go reading, whether that means for you staying or leaving a relationship, a job, a location, whatever you're thinking about either sticking out or abandoning, maybe a project even, or something along those lines. That's what this reading is here for. I've chosen 4 items here, and I'm going to give you a better look at those in just a moment. But, well, actually, I'll do it now. So this group 1 is this Lotus Mala. Group 2 is this beautiful Cameo, 3 Graces Cameo that was sent to me by Wonderland by hand. I really appreciate them sending that to me. It's gorgeous and I love it. I've already been wearing it. Group 3, this Rosary, which I picked up in Paris. And group 4, if you're drawn to, it's tangled up now, this Aphrodite necklace. So go ahead and think about which group. I've got a bunch of different decks over here that have been wanting to come out and play. I think they're feeling neglected. So I'll just be using whichever decks I feel called to for each reading, but go ahead and choose, and then you can click in the description for your group. Okay, if you are group 1 and you chose the Lotus Mala, welcome to your reading. I apologize, the light is not great in here right now at this time of day, so I feel like everything looks a little grainy, but I will hold up the cards to the camera too so you can get a look at them. I'm going to start with this Tarot of the Infinite Visions, I think, for this reading. We're talking about staying or going, whether or not you should stay put, stick it out, or not. So I'm just gonna shuffle these real quick, see how I feel about them. No, not you. Queen of Pentacles. There's somebody who's like in charge of things. Oh, you want to come out too. Who are you? Oh, and the Hermit. Interesting. Okay, so already we've got kind of a power dynamic here where so Pentacles are very permanent, stable energy. The Hermit is the energy of kind of withdrawal and enlightenment. But she suggests sticking it out. He suggests taking time to think something over and figure it out, which if you're watching this reading, you're probably already trying to do, whether, you know, but already the overall feeling is hanging in there. Like, oh, all right, Ace of Cups. So that's new energy. Interesting. Let's see what we got here. I just want to see what I get when I think it's you. Oh, and the Lovers. So if you're reading this, if you're asking, I should say, about a relationship, it's like there's something new here, something fresh. If you're asking about it, I mean, this is a general reading, so everyone's situation is going to be different. I see it's possible that you're established in a relationship and you're interested in something or someone new, or now that's definitely what I'm seeing. And the question is, like, what do you do about it? Like, it's like, or you may have started something new and you're wondering if it has staying potential. Like, are you, like, is it worth your time and effort, kind of thing? And the Hermit suggests yes. 9 of Pentacles and more Pentacle energy. Okay, so yeah, like sticking out. 8 of Cups, walking away energy. Oh my God, like, make up your mind. get some Lenormand here. The overall sense I get to this is that if you're in a situation now, okay, you guys want to come out? Oh, anchor. That's staying energy. Stork, change energy. Oh my God, pick a side. That's almost what this reading is saying. It's like either is good, but you need to pick something. 27, letter. These numbers might mean something to you, by the way. This reduces to 9, this reduces to 8, this reduces to 8. So maybe the number 8 or 9, but also the numbers 27, 35, or 17. We've got 8s and 9s here. This is a 9, so again, 8s and 9s, which suggests getting close to the end of something, but you're not quite there yet, which may be why you're getting like this mixture of sticking it out till the end and then moving on, like see it through. So if you were, say, working on a project and you're like, oh, I felt like I was almost done, but I just don't even know if I can finish it. The cards are saying, yes, finish the project, see it through, and then be done, and then you can walk away. It also just suggests that there's something new, there's something changing in a situation. And therefore, even though it feels hard now, like, stick it out until that shift is kind of what I'm getting from all this. This is communication, too. This is the letter. So that tells me that an important piece of information will be coming. Again, like with the Hermit, where it's about enlightenment, going within a little bit and listening to yourself rather than the noise of the world, the noise of all the online tarot readers even. Go get somewhere quiet. The 9 of Pentacles, the traditional card, is the woman in the courtyard, right? And she's established and she's comfortable. And again, there's kind of an isolation aspect to that. So I feel like there's it's like withdraw, regroup, maybe, again, this information is coming to you, but there's definitely something new or changing. The Lovers is a choice card. So again, there's going to come a moment when you need to decide, but for the most part, right now, I would say this is about sticking it out until the change or the piece of information or the shift or whatever, and then you're going to need to decide. It's basically like you're on a road and there's a fork up ahead, but you're not there yet, so don't stop driving till you get to the fork. That's basically where you're at. So, yeah, hopefully this makes sense. It's kind of a wild reading, but let's get you some color. I want to get some colors. I want some colors. Just some colors. Like, these will be colors that maybe you should wear, or maybe if you see someone wearing them, or you see a place that has these colors, that's a sign for you. But just kind of, I just love these color cards. They're just so pretty and fun to play with. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was the kid who used to go to the Home Depot or whatever with my dad, and I'd just pick up a bunch of color swatch stuff because I just love that stuff. It really speaks to me. Let's see. Oh, purple. Look at that. Inspired action. Again, waiting until you have the information, you've gone within. I apologize, by the way, if you can hear my kids slamming doors back there. But important ideas, spiritual direction, purposeful meditation. There's your Hermit. Ideas set into motion. Again, you're waiting for information, the idea, the meditation. You definitely just stick it out a little bit longer, and when you get the information you need, or when you've kind of figured it out inside of yourself, you'll be able to take the action you need to take. One more card here. Oh, T. maybe you should drink some tea. But tradition, ritual, custom, merchant, and trading. Again, kind of tradition. I think of the Hierophant, and again, that's a card of kind of being very steadfast and kind of sticking it out. So yeah. I think that's it. I'm just gonna grab numerology too. I think I'll do maybe just one of these real quick. We got more purple, first of all. Notice that. And look, this is like the tea color in the purple. And it's the number 27 again, reducing to 9. That's crazy. Spiritual partnership. There's the Lovers coming up saying, look, there's something coming or someone coming. Stick it out until they arrive. You'll know them when you see them, kind of thing. Your intuition's going to tell you. And then, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's... it doesn't get any better than that. All right. So group number 1, this has been your reading. I hope it has been clear as mud, as my geometry teacher used to say. And thank you again for tuning in. Welcome group number 2. If you chose this beautiful Cameo, again, sent to me by Wonderland by hand, which I really, really appreciate them sending it to me. I've really been enjoying wearing it and just kind of deriving inspiration from it. I will link their store below. I hope you will go check them out. They have lots of beautiful handmade stuff. In the meantime, here is your Stay or Go reading. Feeling drawn to this Botticelli deck right now. Ooh, 7 of Swords. That is somebody who's slinking off. And you, I think. Oh, the Lovers. Interesting. Group 1 also got the Lovers. I apologize for the lack of light in here. This time of day, this room does not get a lot of light. And so things kind of look maybe a little grainy, but I will do my best to hold all the cards up so you can see them. Right now, what we've got is, I mean, in both cases, so this traditionally is a guy like kind of sneaking off, right? The 7 of Swords. And in this card right here, it looks like they're on their way somewhere. They're like going off together. So there's some go energy already, I'd say, in this. I'm also going to just grab this here, and that was a terrible shuffle. Let's try that again. This deck is still pretty new, so let's see how I'm feeling. I want you, I think. 4 of Pentacles. Now that's pretty stationary energy right there. And oh, but the Innocence of Wands. Okay, which is the Page of Wands, which is fire go energy again. Interesting. Let me just try a couple of these. I've got like 1 stay, but lots of go. I feel like the 4 of Pentacles, the guy normally is sitting there and like he's not getting anywhere. Oh, Temperance. Everything in moderation, as it were. Oh, and oh, a couple of them came out. Oh, here's the 4 of Pentacles again, and the World. Okay, wow. The 4 of Pentacles is, in my mind, energy of somebody who is stuck. They're, you know, almost being held back by their material possessions. It's that person who has so much stuff that they feel like they can never move because it's too much work to do something with all their stuff, pack it or sell it, or like they're just like, I'm just... And because there's a difference between having what you need and having more than you can deal with. And, you know, like he's able to carry all this, but only just, right? Like he's got 1 in each hand, 1 in his mouth, and 1 over his tail. and it's almost like this is let go energy. This is energy that's like, it's time to maybe let go and start a new adventure. If you want to get to the place where, you know, everything's fulfilled and achieved and satisfied, it's kind of time to take that leap. And it kind of feels like, I mean, maybe you feel like you know, you have to be underhanded to get there for some reason. I don't know why that would be. This is a general reading, so like if it's like you're in a job and you know that in order to interview for new jobs, you kind of have to go behind your current boss's back. They can't know you're interviewing. They can't know you're looking for something new. That kind of thing. If it's a relationship, maybe you're like, well, I don't want to leave this person until I already am sure I've got somewhere else to go or someone new, which don't do that. Don't be that person. Make the break clean. Okay. But yeah, this is, to me, definitely kind of it's time to move on. It's, at the very least, it's time to make some moves. If it's not move on, it's definitely time to take some kind of action. I'm going to get some colors. See if we have anything from the color deck. Okay, look. Blue, gray. Stop that. Yeah, so... I'm having a good time. All right, here, let's look at you. Oh, steel. Look at that. Fortitude, perseverance, structure, permanence, and reinforcement. Interesting, because I think that's more like pentacle energy, right? Like, it's like perseverance, permanence. And maybe that's an option for you. Maybe reinforcing what you have is an option for your current situation. Again, everyone's will be different, but just remember that if you reinforce something, it'll be even harder to get out of later. So be sure you are where you want to be if you're going to do that. Oh, deep violet. Oh, that's interesting. So group 1, I don't know if you were at all drawn to that as well, but they got a purple, not this one, but a shade of purple. Inner wisdom, spiritual depth, untapped ideas, inspiration from within, divinely ordained. Isn't that a beautiful combination though? Like the steel, silvery, and the violet. Maybe you feel drawn to wear colors like this, or maybe you'll be somewhere and you'll see these colors and you'll be like, oh, that's a sign, or I don't know, something. But like this deep knowing, this feeling like kind of, I don't know, for some reason I feel like it's kind of like with temperance, where everything's in moderation and balance, because I feel like only when everything is in moderation and balance are you kind of able to hear your inner self, your intuition. Like when it's too chaotic, you can't really hear yourself think, as the saying goes, right? And so I just feel like that's like a possibility where you really need to get somewhere quiet and 61, self-love. So again, like, you need to do what's right for you. Maybe you feel like you have to sneak away in order to do that. The Lover's card, as I was saying in group 1, is a card of choices. So sometimes you have to choose yourself, 13, effort. Yeah. I mean, it is. It's going to take effort. It's time to take some kind of action. It's interesting because this reduces to 7. 4s, 6, 7. This is a 4. It reduces to a 4, but the 13 is also the death card, which is change and transformation. Yeah. I think it's time to make some kind of move. Even if it's not a move to get away or leave, it's definitely time to make some plans instead of like being stagnant. That is what I get from this reading. Anyway, I hope it made sense to you. I don't know how much sense I'm making today. It's kind of chaotic. I just felt like I needed to do this reading for some reason, and so it's not as well planned out as some of my other readings sometimes are. But anyway, I hope that resonated with you. If not, take what makes sense to you and leave the rest. General readings sometimes have information for a lot of different people, so not everything will be for you. And thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. All right, group number 3. If you chose the Rosary, this is your reading. I'm going to set this out of the way because I have limited space here. I've got decks everywhere. It's kind of chaotic. This is your stay or go reading. We're just going to, it's a general reading. We're just going to kind of dive right in and see what we get. I apologize for the lighting in here. This time of day is not optimal for filming, but at the same time, I just gotta film when I'm able to get the time to do it. The lover, everybody's getting the lovers. What's going on, you guys? What's going on? This is like collective energy now, almost in my mind. So the lovers, you can say, yeah, that's a couple or whatever, but it also is energy about, and the Hermit. Okay, so if you were drawn to pile 1 at all, you might have something in common with them. I want one more of these. Hang on. Ace of Dragonflies. So that's the Chalice. It's the Ace of Cups. Oh my God. So it's like group 1 all over again, you guys. What are you guys doing? Okay. I'm just going to grab this deck real quick. Let's see what I get from them. Let's see which decks I want for this. I'm just kind of going with it. I'm just going with it today, guys. Just come along on the ride with me here. You, come here, you. 10 of Swords and King of Swords. Interesting. Okay. What are we looking at here? We're looking at choices. We're looking at withdrawing to kind of collect your thoughts. We're looking at a new emotional situation and the end of something. And this person, so, I mean, obviously this could be you or it could be someone else, right? The King of Swords, he's usually pretty aloof. He comes across even sometimes as cold. Critical, but analytical, like he sees things very clearly. He may seem unapproachable in some way. You can see he's lonely. Oh, he's lonely here. He's kind of it's almost like he's driven everyone away with his bad mood or his, cutting remarks. Nobody wants to hang out with him anymore. The Ten of Swords, this is a beautiful card, isn't it? You can see the dead sailor and the waves that have taken the shape of a woman there. It's like a beautiful ending to something. I feel like there's an end and a beginning coming for you, and it's very similar to group 1, but like with this King of Swords, I feel like somebody has behaved badly or treated people badly, whether it's you or someone involved in the situation you're asking about, and yeah, it's gonna be. There's the Death card. Transformation. Yes, yes. And the Devil. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of strong energy going on in this group, guys. Yeah, there's some kind of situation that needs to end. And it's time. It's like transformation is coming. This new better thing. Something much more emotionally fulfilling is coming, whether that's a job, a relationship, project, whatever this is or whoever this is, like feeling tied to, chained down, stuck. It's ending. Ten of Swords, death. The question is, should you end it, or should you wait for it to just kind of do its thing? Like, is it running out on its own? No, you know what? This is a choice card. And this is a withdrawal card. No, it needs to end, and you need to... Oh, hello. All right. Oh, there you go. Coffin. Well, I mean, you couldn't be more plain. Woman. This could be, again, this could be you. This could be another person. But whatever this is, this woman is also the Ace of Spades in Lenormand, which would be what, the Swords. But Ace of Spades is also the Death card, basically. Yeah. This is pretty clear to me that this is kind of it's time to go. Time to go. Time to be done. You've maybe already invested more time and energy in it. You've let somebody treat you, or maybe you're, I mean, I don't know you. Maybe you've been behaving badly. And if you have been, it's time to cut your losses and start over and maybe treat people better. Not that I'm, only you know you. If you're like, hey, that's not cool, then, fine. But usually the people who protest the most are the ones who are most struck by the truth. Lavender, soothe, relax, remember, heal the past. Beyond the Veil. Beyond the Veil is that whole death thing again. Orange. Harmony, interaction, relationship, energy exchange, and creativity. Yeah. I mean, not that I think this color combination is all that. I'm not a fan. I'll be honest. Maybe pick one or the other. Maybe you do this first and this later. Like, I do think you need to heal the past here. You need to heal whatever this is. And then when this new situation comes in, then you get this harmony, interaction, energy exchange. Maybe you lighten up, like you get through the hermit energy, the withdrawal, the end. I mean, endings can be painful. Even when they're a good thing, they can still hurt. So definitely that's a possibility. But when it's over, you're going to have this new emotional start, and you've got some fire lighting up here in this orange with the energy and the creativity and a relationship. I think in the end it's going to be a good thing. And I apologize, when I move my hands around, everything shakes. I promise I'm not having an earthquake. I am in California though, so yeah. So that is your reading, group 3. And I hope it resonated, and take what makes sense to you and leave the rest. And I'll see you next time. All right, group 4. If you chose the Aphrodite Pendant here, last but not least, definitely not least, 4 being my lucky number, let's do a stay or go reading, shall we? These readings have been a little bit chaotic because I'm just kind of feeling it out today. I'm not doing anything super super constructed. I'm just kind of doing the thing. 10 of Wands. Burdens, responsibilities. What? Oh, the Tower. Well then, let's see what we got here. Here's the thing, like, the daily routine, can feel like a grind. I mean, they call it the grind for a reason. And there's something, because it's a general reading, there's a few different ways to take this. Either something has completely disrupted that, or something is going to completely disrupt that, or you deep down really want to disrupt that. Like, you really want to shake things up. You're kind of tired of the and dude, I get it. Like, lately everybody's been so, worn out with just the world in general and situations. The question is, should you? I mean, if it's already happened, it's happened, right? And you're like, okay, do I ride the wave or not? 5 of Swords, conflict. There's still 6 of Swords. Well, now that is some walking away, sailing away energy right there. So, when I see the Tower and the 5 of Swords, there's definitely been some kind of fight, even if it's internal. Swords are mental energy. They're air. So a lot of times, even though in the cards they'll picture somebody, who's walking away from a fight, either the victor or the people in the background have lost, it's really, in my mind, partly like it's like you fighting yourself. It's a mental conflict. And it's like, the whole point is, there is no winner when you're fighting yourself, because you both win and lose no matter what. Or you just keep fighting yourself. But the 6 of Swords, isn't that nice? He's kind of like got the little bit of a rainbow going on there. Is that whole sailing away from the problems. Like, somehow it gets resolved, even if it means just leaving something behind. A lot of people say, oh, you can't run away from your problems. And it's true. I mean, especially if it's up in your head, there's only so far you can go away from yourself. This just came to me, so take it as a resonance. If you have some kind of addiction problem, if you're self-medicating, let's say with alcohol, drugs, or something, do please seek help. I'm not a doctor or a psychiatrist, but that message just came to me like really loud and clear. So please, do look for that. Okay, so right now, this feels like trying to escape yourself, or trying to escape your own anxiety or your own internal conflict. You're like, you have responsibilities and you wish you didn't, and you just kind of want to run away from them, but you shouldn't. That's what this feels like. Now, that may not be your Princess of Pentacles, which is the same as the Page of Pentacles, right? Which is energy towards something new, but also something that's eventually, 10 of Pentacles, very stable energy here. So it's like starting something new, moving away from, and but building something permanent and stable. Sorry guys, this just really feels like a mental health reading, and again, I'm not qualified to give mental health advice, but this does feel like there's somebody who's like in an unstable place and needs to build something stable. And maybe that is your situation. Maybe you're in a job situation that you don't feel like the job is stable, and you need to leave and find something that will be more stable. And that could be scary. That can be scary because you're like, oh, but I need my job. If it's a relationship thing too, you're like, oh, but I've got a relationship. Do I really want to leave? But whatever the situation is now, it feels shaky. It feels conflicted. It feels, from this reading, the energy here is like you need to go. Can you hear my cat? It's Crowley. And start something more solid. Now, it may be that the situation you're in can be salvaged and made more solid. Maybe you can lay a new or better foundation. Maybe now that the tower has happened or will happen, maybe you will be the lightning strike that brings it all down. Maybe if you tear it down to the foundations, you can build it, you can rebuild it much more sturdily, depending on your situation. That is a possibility. And so you gotta take that as a, take it as it resonates, as the saying goes, right? Let's see what the Lenormand says over here. Let's see. Woman. That came out in the last one. So maybe there's a woman involved in the situation. Maybe you're a woman. That's kind of the man and woman cards, I don't find them very, useful. Oh, moon. So the moon in Lenormand is a little bit different than the moon in Tarot. Moon in Lenormand usually has to do with work or recognition for hard work. It's also the Eight of Hearts, which is the Eight of Cups, which is again kind of a walking away. But the moon is, again, not stable. It's always there, but it's always changing, phases. So I feel like, more maybe, it's like you're maybe, and when you see things in moonlight, you don't see them clearly. You see suggestions of things, but it's not a clear thing. Oh, Fox. Which is the Nine of Clubs and the Nine of Wands. This is a defensive card. So it can mean somebody with red hair. And it usually means somebody you're working with, like a coworker, but it can mean anybody you happen to know. And it can mean someone who's being a little bit deceitful. They're being a little sly. And again, I feel like, there's something unstable that needs to be made stable. And only you know what that is. Only you know whether or not the thing can be salvaged, or whether or not you need to go build somewhere else. You need to start completely from scratch. That's, this is a general reading. I can't tell you for sure, what's going to happen there. Let's see. Oh, Mauve. Honor, mourn, grieve, console, and counsel. Again, counseling, if you need it. Mourn, grieve. I think you're seeing, maybe you're maybe you're reluctant to leave something behind. You feel sad about it, and that's normal. It's normal to feel sad about an ending, especially if you've put a lot of time and effort into it and then it falls apart anyway. That's frustrating. And purple. Group 1 got purple as well. Inspired action, important ideas, spiritual direction, purposeful meditation, ideas set into motion. And burgundy, deep desires, past life memories, underlying passion, devotion, sensuality. So these colors are all pretty complementary, actually. So you may want to wear them, or if you see them somewhere, it may be a sign. But you gotta mourn, get counseling maybe, and then it's once you've kind of sailed away and had time to think about it, it's time to get inspired. Meditate a bit, set your ideas into motion. Something about your underlying passions is going to come out here and be important as well. Something about your past life, maybe. Your past life memories might be part of this mental conflict. That maybe maybe you're not remembering things that you need to remember, and you need to kind of delve in and have some memories of stuff. What do we got? Oh, effort. We got that before in another group too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is going to take effort. It is going to take effort. Moderation, like the temperance card. One more. Relationship change. Wow. Okay, well, that's pretty clear. Yeah, something's not stable, and you either need to change it. It's going to take effort. And remember, moderation is key. We didn't get temperance in this reading. There was one reading that did have temperance, but wow, the bottom of the deck was new beginnings too. Yeah. So this is about, get back to stay or go. This is about fixing the problem or else leaving and starting over. And only you know the answer to that, but you can't keep doing either you're going to have to tear it down, or the universe is going to do it for you. But at some point this tower is going to happen, and because you can't get to this final happy stable place until you kind of rip it all down to the studs and start over. All right, well, hopefully that made sense. And don't be discouraged. Please don't. I try to be upbeat or positive. I try to see the good in every reading. But some are harder than others. Some are like, oh no, it's never all bad or whatever, but like, some situations are just harder than others, and there's no way around it. And so I call it like I see it as I read. So, yeah. Thanks for being here, and